What's cracking, everybody? Welcome back to the channel and a new video. Today's video has to do with, in my experience, the number one reason why criminals get caught. Before I answer that question, in your mind, take a guess. Why do you think the number one reason is that most people get caught? The vast majority of criminals get caught. There's only one reason why what I'm about to say won't be true. And even then, it can still be true, actually. So the number one reason why criminals get caught is because their own homeboys tell on them. True story. Before I get into it, I'll tell you again, I'll remind you guys, those of you that don't know, in my case, 6 of us were arrested in my murder case, right? I got out of there in a car, me and, anyways, I got out of there in a car and fleeing the scene, one officer apprehended 4 people from my neighborhood that were fleeing a murder scene. One officer. I know you have to be screaming in your head or even out loud. How the hell does one officer apprehend 4 gang members who are fleeing a murder scene? I want to tell you how. By saying, hey, stop right there. And these 4 dummies stopped. Wow. Keep in mind, none of these guys are guys I hung around with before I had went into the California Youth Authority. That night, out of the people that were there with us that night, I think only 2 or 3 of them I knew prior to me going into the California Youth Authority. So, those of you that don't know, we weren't out gangbanging. We're actually celebrating the baptism of one of the homies' sons. And then something happened that led to somebody being murdered, right? So anyways, 4 hardcore gang members stopped when the officer told them to stop and got arrested. And all 4 of them decided they wanted to cooperate, right? And so they told on another dude. And 2 days later, that guy, because when they told on that dude, what happened was the cops started doing gang sweeps in my neighborhood, kicking everybody's door in if we were on probation or parole. Surprisingly, they hadn't come to my house, right? I wasn't even a suspect. And, but they were all asking for one individual, right? That guy, with a couple of his family members, went to the police department, turned himself in, and then they gave me up, okay? Now, I wish I could say that this was something unique, but it isn't. And when I said there's one way you can get out of being snitched on by your homeboys, but even then it isn't for sure, that's if you do a crime alone. Unfortunately, the guys that can still be told on by their homeboys, you know why? Because they brag about it. I remember, and the reason why I say this is the number one reason is because in having conversations with men in prison over the decades that I was there, it was like a common theme, how they got busted. Yeah, man, my fucking homeboy fucking gave me up. My homegirl gave me up. It's one of the two, but it's somebody from the neighborhood, right? And it's not like it, and I'll tell you, and I don't even think this is unique. So After my co-defendants told on me, the most time one got, I believe, was 6 years. The other guys did like a county year, county lid. And then I guess people get Alzheimer's, right? People get that short-term memory loss, or what is it? Some shit like they have short-term memory loss or long-term memory loss. I don't know which one it is, but you know, after a year of being in the county and in protective custody, and then 6 years, another one did 6 years in protective custody. Then they get out and they're in the neighborhood and it's like, hey, what's up, Holmes? Hey, didn't you tell on homeboy? No, that was a misunderstanding. Oh shit, but I thought you did, Holmes. Oh, my bad. Oh fuck, eh? And that happens a lot too, you know. And this is another story where I'm telling you the story. I don't have, look at my crimies that told on me. They can live their lives. I'm not concerned with them. I don't have any ill will for them. I have zero feelings for them whatsoever, good or bad. I don't carry that baggage. I don't carry that poison within me to wish them harm. But I tell this story because it's important for people to realize, for one, that lifestyle is not glamorous. It's not flashy. It's not fun. You know, it always strikes me when, you know, when you're having a conversation with someone, or maybe it's one of your homeboys, or even just somebody that lived that life, and they're like, man, those are the good old days, remember? And I always think, like, were they though? Running from the cops, hunting for your enemies, doing time, being away from women, being away from family. Like, damn, you know, I know at the time we thought, you know, there was something better, but everybody in the streets was not very happy. If they were, they wouldn't be doing things so detrimental to their freedom and their family and themselves, right? But like I said, I just wanted to put this out there for you guys to think about it. You know, I'm trying to put out content. You know, like I said, I'm trying to get back to the roots a little bit. I am still going to do other things. I have to do other things because these type of videos are only for certain people. But you know, when I want to tell a story and I just don't feel like scrolling through YouTube to see what's trending or anything like that, I can only go back to what I know. And like I always say, I want there to be a message behind what I'm saying. Those of you caught up in criminality and addiction, whatever that addiction may be, because there is such a thing as an addiction to criminality and the gang lifestyle. And then we know about substance abuse, the addiction to substances and alcohol and stuff like that. But if you're caught up in that, man, seek help. Because if not, you're going to find yourself in jail. And like I said, it doesn't matter if you're doing things alone nowadays. Because all you got to do is slip up and tell one person. You know, people always have a secret that they're only going to tell their buddy, right? Who you choose as your buddy, he might choose somebody else as his buddy. So he's only going to tell his buddy. Guess what? That guy's only going to tell his buddy. It never stops until one of them's buddy is a cop. So with that said, I'll let you go. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like. If you didn't, hit the thumbs down. Let me know either way in the comment section what you liked or didn't like, and share the video if possible. Stay safe, stay smart, and tell the ones you love that you love them. I'm out.